Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Football Manager series. We are getting into the business end of the season now. Every single game for us at this moment in time is huge, and we can't afford to slip anywhere. So today, we've got a 3-game special. 2 games against Lazio, both legs of the Europa League Quarter Final, and a game against Southampton as well. As always, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on today's episode. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. Hit the little notification bell. It will let you know every single time that I upload. So we're starting today having a little look at Joe Willock, who, for me, has been marvellous this season. I'm so happy with this player. And on the face of it, when we look at his season stats, he's only played 16 times for us. He's come off the bench 6 times as well. But his average ratings are really, really good. A 7.08 in the Europa League. 9 games he's played in the Europa League for us. And in the Premier League, 5 starts, 5 times off the bench as well, with a 7.2. I'm starting to feel that he's a player that I can really, really trust. And he's still currently only a 2.5-star current ability. He's got the potential for a 4.5-star, though. We play him randomly as a box-to-box midfielder. We have just started training him in that role as well. I'd like to improve quite a few of these attributes, like his finishing isn't too great, his tackling's not that great, but he does win the ball quite a lot in midfield. Positioning of 9 isn't fantastic, and aggression 10. I'd like to up all of those attributes, but for me, I really cannot complain. He's been superb for me this season. So in the last episode, you saw our fixtures against Man City and Braga. Of course, we got quite a decent 0-0 draw against City, and then a 1-0 victory against Braga, which took us through to the quarter-final on away goals. Since then, we've been in really, really good form. We started off with a 2-0 victory against Sheffield United. Darun and Odsonne-Edouard getting the goals for us just after half-time and right on the full-time whistle. Nice to see Edouard on the score sheet. We then got a 1-0 victory against Aston Villa. That man Joe Willock scoring for us in the 89th minute. And this is where I kind of started to... I've noticed him all season, but where I really started to notice some of the performances that he was putting in. But this game against Villa, we should have won 2 or 3-0, and we just couldn't put the chances away. So luckily, Joe Willock scored for us in the 89th minute. We then had the North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We absolutely battered them. You know, we should never have got a draw in a million years. Joe Willock actually had a goal disallowed within the first 15 minutes for, I think it was for Aubameyang being offside. And he was never interfering with play for me. But, you know, it's what it is. Aubameyang, though, scored just before half-time. Heung-min Son got an equaliser for Spurs in the 72nd minute. And then we beat Everton by 4-1. 31st minute, Said Kolasinac goal. And then Willian scored a hat-trick. This man he's unbelievable. 32 years old. His physicals are going down. And I thought, you know, are we going to keep him around for next season? Yes, we absolutely are, because his technicals and his mentals are just too good. And he's made a lot of appearances, 24 appearances, 17 times off the bench for us this season. All of these average ratings green. I love him. I absolutely love Willian. So I was so pleased to see him score a hat-trick against Everton. And I think that's the second time that we've given Everton a good going over, to be honest. Yeah, we beat them 3-1 at Goodison Park back in February. So today, 2 games against Lazio, away first in the Europa League Quarter Final first leg. Then we've got Southampton at St Mary's Stadium, they're in 18th position, so they're fighting for their lives at the moment. And then we'll finish off today with the home leg of that Europa League Quarter Final. Now, as far as the Premier League's concerned, those 3 wins and a draw off camera have really... They've put us in the title hunt. They really have. 29 games in, we've got a game in hand over Man City, and we're just a point behind them. We're on 65 points now, but we're just 3 points behind Liverpool, and we've got a better goal difference. So if they slip somewhere on the line and we continue to pick up results, continue to get the wins... You never know. There's a chance. We've got 9 games to go in the Premier League. There's a lot of points to play for. But if we can maintain our current run that we're on, there's absolutely no reason why we can't be in with a title shout. Now, we talked about Southampton earlier on there in that relegation zone. 5 points behind Aston Villa, who are the team above them. So a few of these guys are looking a little bit doomed at the moment. West Ham look as though they're going down. So too West Brom. You know, they're way off Aston Villa. Crystal Palace and Brighton, who are all on 30 points. In terms of the top goal scorers, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang currently joint second with Richarlison of Everton on 17 goals, but Jamie Vardy is leading the way for Leicester City. Pepe, with 9 assists, is second in the assist table behind Bruno Fernandes, who's got 14. What a player he is. And one more than Pablo Hernandez in third place of Leeds United. So as we discussed, our first game today is against Lazio. Let's have a little look at them and see how they're getting on. They are currently 7th in Serie A. They've played the same amount of games, actually. 29 games in they are, on 44 points, and they are struggling to make the top 5 as it stands. Remember Milan, who we had in the group stage of the Europa League. We beat them 5-1 at home and 1-0 away. They are in the top 4, so they're performing much better in terms of domestically this season than what Lazio are. So we should be confident about getting a result and making it through to this semi-final, but it's never easy. You can't take league form into account too much. We're going to know definitely a lot more about them when we play that first leg in the Stadio Olimpico. So you look at that. I was just cycling through the fixtures and there's been a big result in the Premier League. Bottom of the table, West Brom have drawn against top of the table, Liverpool. They've now played a game more than us. If we win our game in hand, we will go just a point behind them. But Chelsea are keeping the pressure on us as well, beating Burnley by 4-0. So first of the 3 games today then, we're taking on Lazio away from home at the Stadio Olimpico. This is the team that we are going with. It's almost the same lineup that beat Everton by 4-1. Leno in goal, Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel and Kolasinac. De Roon, Willock keeps his place in the side. Thomas Partey at deep line playmaker today. Pepe on the right, Willian on the left, Aubameyang up top. Everybody else in our squad, aside from the ones who are unregistered or injured. Kieran Tierney's actually coming back to fitness in a few weeks, so that'll be good. Everybody else not on the bench at all because they're unregistered or injured. But there we go. We've got Bukayo Saka, who's just coming back to fitness. We might give him a little run out as well. But fingers crossed, massive game for us. Can we get the upper hand in this first leg? Do you know what? One of the players who I did think about throwing into the first 11 today was Szoboszlai, who's actually been on decent form in the last few games for us. But with the form that Willian and Pepe are on, I just can't afford to leave them out at the moment. Right, come on, boys. Here we go. Let's have a really good performance. An away goal would be fantastic today. And we've got the first attack of the game with Bellerin, who bursts into the box, drives it across goal, and it's a little bit of a mess back there. Lazio eventually do clear it, but it looks like we may have them worried a little bit early on. Here's De Roon. Lovely ball out wide to Hector Bellerin. Gets tackled, though. Back towards Willock. In towards De Roon again. Nice patient build-up from us, this. I'm liking what I see, as long as we don't get tackled. Thomas Partey in that DLP role. Kolasinac, we'll talk about him in 1 second. Gets into the penalty area, has a shot, hits the side netting. Kolasinac needs to be a little bit careful today because he's on a yellow card in terms of the competition. So if he gets booked today, he will miss that second leg. So we've made it into half-time. No more highlights as it stands, but we've had more possession, more efforts at goal. The XG for us is a little bit higher as well. I think we'll just say to the boys at half-time, do we go for... let's go pump fists, and we'll say it's time for everyone to dig in. We deserve to win this match. Let's go out there and do it. Let's just criticise the midfielders a bit. Not happy with the playmaking efforts. Not happy with the finishing of the strikers. That might just motivate them in the second half to go out and prove me wrong. And this could be that opportunity. Throw in from Kolasinac onto Willian. There's Willock with a shot on the edge of the box. It gets blocked, but he does manage to get back and retrieve it. Bellerin bursts into the box. Great drive. Good save by the Lazio keeper. Best chance that we've had so far in this game. Tell you what, an away goal would be absolutely amazing for us. We've had the better of it. The first 50 minutes, we've created the best chances. Here's Kolasinac. Ball into Aubameyang. It's in the net. We have got the away goal. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang gets his 29th goal of the season. This man is just unbelievable. I can't sing his praises highly enough. It was a superb ball as well into the box from Kolasinac. Aubameyang rose between the two defenders and gives us a vital away goal at the Stadio Olimpico. Tell you what, if we get a second, though, that could put the tie beyond all reasonable doubt. Bellerin tries to find Willian. It comes all the way through to Kolasinac. Willian picking it up again. Kolasinac ball in. Pepe! Good save by the Lazio goalkeeper. Here come Lazio, though, looking for the equaliser with Luis Alberto. Finds his way out towards Marisic and then Andreas. Cataldi, who was, I think, once a bit of a wonder kid on FM, knocks it out wide to the left-hand side as they come into the box. We don't want any fouls. Let's just try and see this off. We've performed very well defensively so far and given them absolutely nothing. Cataldi, good ball through. Immobile scores, though. That's disappointing. 57 minutes in. We're gonna berate the entire team. Let's do it. Let's fire these boys up a bit. So 15 minutes to go. We've just brought Szoboszlai on for Willian, who was looking a little bit tired. I told Szoboszlai I wanted to see a good performance from him tonight. We are going to make 2 more changes. Let's take off Kolasinac and we'll bring on Saka. And Pepe's also looking a bit tired. Do we bring on Reiss Nelson? I mean, we've already taken Willian off, which is a bit of a shame. Let's try Reiss Nelson on that right-hand side. See what he can offer for us. We'll give the team talk. We've got faith. Go out there and make the difference. We'll confirm that. Confirm those substitutions. But do you know what? A 1-1 draw away in the Olimpico would be a decent result. And that is exactly what we're going to get. Full time, Lazio 1, Arsenal 1. And that is slight advantage to us, I think, going into the second leg. Decent performance. The XG was a lot higher for us. They were expected nothing at one stage. Unfortunately, I mean, 6 shots, 5 on target. They did get the goal through Immobile, which is slightly disappointing, but not a bad result for us. Oh no, what's going on here? I've just spotted we've got 2 injuries. Reiss Nelson's going to be out with a tight calf for a couple of days, sustained in training. Leno's going to be out for between 12 days and 2 weeks, a pulled hamstring during a sprint in training. Why are we doing loads of sprinting in training at this stage of the season? Come on. Oh, here's another big result in the Premier League. Look at this. Man United have beaten Liverpool by 4-0. That does put them 3 points behind us, but we've got 2 games in hand. And we've also got 2 games in hand over Liverpool now. So if we win both of those, we will be at the top of the league. This next fixture against Southampton is massive for us. So second of the 3 then, it's Southampton away. We have rotated a little bit, but this game is very important. We really must win. It gives us a real opportunity. Runarsson starts in goal due to the injury to Leno. Bellerin, David Luiz, Holding and Saka will start in that wing-back position today. El Neni, Willock and Ceballos in midfield. Pepe on the right, Szoboszlai on the left and Aubameyang up top. On the bench, Gabriel, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Darun, Xhaka, Willian and Odsonne-Edouard. Injuries at the moment are to 2 goalkeepers, Leno and Iliev, who never plays anyway. Kieran Tierney's on his way back and a slight injury to Reiss Nelson as well that we saw off camera. Fingers crossed. We could go to St Mary's. We can still pull this out the bag and get all 3 points. Come on, boys. Let's do this. We are playing in the white today. I don't know why I've got a bad feeling about this game. I think it's just because we've got so many games in such a short space of time. You know, Southampton are fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table. They're 5 points off safety. So they're having a really poor season. But we've kind of got one eye on that Europa League game as well. So it's going to be great. Any kind of result that we can get here, as Redmond fires one straight at Runarsson, any kind of result that means a win here is absolutely brilliant for us. Corner to be delivered by Ward-Prowse. Header off the line by El Neni. Early warning signs from Southampton. Let's just fire this team up a little bit. We really haven't started this game very well whatsoever, but hopefully we can burst into life. Here's Willock. Finds Szoboszlai, another player who we want to see a performance from. He's managed to get the ball somehow, though. Szoboszlai shoots, and he hits the post, and it goes out for a Southampton goal kick. So I was just about to say we've made it to half-time, but there's going to be an opportunity. Aubameyang is in. Aubameyang scores his 30th Arsenal goal of the season. I can't sing his praises highly enough, guys. I really can't. Lovely ball over the top. Holding just knocks it into Ceballos. Great chip over from El Neni. And that changes our half-time team talk completely. 1-0 Arsenal. Do you know what? I didn't change the team talk at all at half-time. We've been poor in the first half, and we've been lucky to be ahead going into it. So I gave them a little bit of a rocket. Bellerin gets himself into the box, though. Finds Pepe. Finds Szoboszlai, who scores his first ever Arsenal goal. And he's actually starting to settle into this side now. He's impressing me. The more and more that I see of him, he's still only young, only 20 years old, but the more I see of him, the more impressed I am. It's a nice, easy finish. Great ball across from Pepe. Can't really miss, but you've got to give it to him. Good finish from him, and hopefully now we'll collect all 3 points from St Mary's. Are Southampton going to try and sneak back into this, though? They've got Armstrong in, and that's a tap-in for Danny Ings. And we're actually going to berate. We're going to berate them after that. That's a bad goal to concede. So Willian's just come onto the field for Pepe, who was absolutely shattered. We've got 10 minutes to go, and they're suggesting that we take off Joe Willock and bring on Xhaka. I think I'm going to leave things as they are. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time, and this would be a massive win if we can get it. With 45 seconds to go, we can't concede now. Let's have a winning goal, please. Here's Szoboszlai. Skips past his man once again. Tries to get it onto his right foot, but he's tackled by Valery. And with 30 seconds to go, Southampton look as though they're going to have a chance. Here's Danny Ings driving at the defence. Armstrong's in, and he scores and breaks hearts right at the end of the game. Oh, man. That's gutting. We're 2 goals up. This is a disaster. In terms of the title race, this is an absolute disaster. Stuart Armstrong, it's a cracking finish. You've got to give it to him for the finish. It's perhaps my fault as well. Maybe we should have dropped back to going balanced or cautious or something. Oh, man. Great performance by Szoboszlai, by the way. 7.5 for him. He's much, much improved. But you can't be 2-0 up in games like that and end up only getting a draw. It's a disaster. I'm throwing the water bottle. It's the first time that I'm throwing the water bottle. No excuse for not winning that sort of match. Aubameyang and Pepe seem demotivated. I don't care. I really don't care. So in terms of the Premier League table, we've still got a game in hand. However, that is 2 points dropped. That's a massive 2 points drop there. You know, Liverpool are there on 69 points. Man City on 69 points. Chelsea on 64. We're 5 points in front of Man United, just outside the Champions League places. But look at this, man. Southampton, they're in the relegation zone. We need to be winning games like that. Right, the best thing that we can do to get over that disappointment is to go out and finish off this quarter-final. It's Arsenal against Lazio in the Europa League. This is the side that we're putting out there. Leno is still out injured, so Renarsson will start in goal. Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel and Kolasinac, Darun, Partey and Ceballos in midfield. Pepe on the right. Szoboszlai gets another start from the left with Aubameyang up top. Everybody else who's not injured or can be registered is on the bench for us. So we've still got the option of Odsonne Edouard. I want to try and get him more game time, but I cannot leave Aubameyang out of this team at the moment. So the good thing about this, we've got the away goal. You know, that is the key thing here. So a no-score draw benefits us. A win benefits us. If we can stop Lazio from scoring, which we should have done in the last game, to be honest, because they created absolutely nothing but still managed to get themselves a goal, then we should be good. But we're having a little bit of a habit at the moment of conceding late goals, which it'd be heartbreaking to go out of this competition at this stage. Thing we do know is that Lazio are going to have to come at us, and they're going to try and do it early on with Cataldi, who blasts one over the top of the crossbar just above Renarsson's head, giving us a little reminder that they can be creative if they want to. So Lazio have suffered an injury. They've had to take off Correa, but it's been a first half of absolutely nothing, really. They've had more shots, only one on target, though, to our 5 and 2. And we've made it into the half-time break at 0-0. What we don't want is any real second-half drama. So let's do a point finger assertively. The media have given us a lot of credit. Go out, put on a worthy display. I'm going to tell the midfielders and attackers that I'm not happy with the playmaking efforts and the finishing. Let's try and wind them up a little bit going into this second half. Tell you what, creatively, there's been absolutely nothing. No highlights for us so far in this match. We are going to make a change. We've got Pepe and Szoboszlai who are struggling. We'll take off Szoboszlai and we'll bring on Bukayo Saka. And we will take off Pepe, who's having a good game, but he is getting very tired. And we'll bring on Mr. Reliable, Willian. We've got faith in them. Go out there and make the difference. Just under 20 minutes to go Fingers crossed we can see this out. Even Aubameyang's not having a great game today, but there is a highlight in the 85th minute. Is it going to... Oh, no. Please don't say that they're going to score and knock us out of the Europa League. Luis Alberto's moving forward. There's players coming in. Easy save for an Arsenal, though. We are going to demand more. Definitely demand more, but Lazio are pushing us a little bit here. We got through the last the last game on away goals against Braga. Are we going to do the same again? But these late highlights are making me a little bit nervous. And I'm sensing that in the players on the field as well, as they just run straight through our midfield. What a strike. Let's just move to balanced. And I think we might. We're going to take Aubameyang off. We could regret this. How many subs can we make? Partey's getting tired. Ceballos is getting tired. Let's take Ceballos off and bring on Granit Xhaka. Aubameyang's picked up a little injury as well. Can we bring on Edouard? We can. It looks like we can make 5 subs. And then Kolasinac and Bellerin. Let's take... He's on a 6.8. Let's take Bellerin off. And we'll bring on Maitland-Niles. This could be too many substitutions at once. It worries me. It concerns me. But we need to stay focused for these last few minutes. So 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's looking as though we are going to do it. Yes, we are. We go through on away goals. A poor performance, to be honest. Not great. I think that tiredness is really starting to kick into this squad. What are they saying? Why are they saying don't get complacent for the next match? I thought it was going to say put on a worthy display. Let's say we've managed the tie and the second leg performance was a good one. I want to try and keep the confidence going amongst this team. We'll send the assistant to that. And we'll see who we're going to get in the next round. But let's just go to the full-time results. As we win in the quarter-final, that's a massive, massive result for us. Let's scroll down here. So 3 draws today in today's episode. That's a real shocker. But we went through on away goals. Benfica beat Roma by 5-1 on aggregate. Atalanta are through against Galatasaray. And Milan are through as well. So that is how the last 4 are going to line up. Aubameyang's injured, out for 1 to 3 days. We may rest him for the next game. This draw's already been done. We're playing Benfica in the semi-final. That's going to be absolutely massive. When is that game? Let's just have a look on the schedule. It's all a little bit fast and furious at the moment. It's at the end of this month. Wow. So it looks as though in the next episode we're going to have yet another 3-game special. Both games against Benfica and then Burnley in the Premier League sandwiched in between them. We'll play Wolves and Brighton off camera. But we do need to start turning some of these draws into wins. But guys, that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do drop a like. Subscribe as well if you are new. And I will catch you guys in the next one.